I must say, I've been over here a few times, but I hadn't really come into this room stupidly.
No.
It does hit you that you're saying this is originally a swimming pool.
Swimming pool, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now you've got a situation here where you've had I think all your life you've been pretty much aware of your fitness. A lot of people will know you from the rugby, but this is something different for you now. This is Solas is a kind of a new venture. So what is the kind of thinking behind it, or where did this come from?
Yeah, well, I suppose I first got involved with Ian and his crew here in Solas about 2014, 2015. I was looking for a way of training that suited me. I have a bad knee from all my years of playing rugby and a few various different injuries, and it just wasn't really working for me going to the gym on my own and training on my own. I've always trained in a team environment and kind of needed that. So when he was in Bray originally, I joined the Solas team then, and I was training away with them and loved it. And over time it's moved to a number of different premises in Bray, but then it's moved out here last year. So it's an unbelievably cool setup that they have going here, converting the old swimming pool down here in the old Jackie Skelly centre that people might remember from years ago. And it's it's fabulous, but most of all I suppose it's just I love training with other people, and there's that sense of community around it, and it's great having people to train with.
Well, I suppose what makes Solas unique is the fact that this is really about the family. So you've got like your Solas Silver for people who are over 50 and over 60 and over 70 who want to sort of be fit. You've got kids, so it's really just more about that kind of joy, being fit, rather than you're going to be a muscled up Superman.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the whole idea of it is that it's about general fitness. It's about working within your body's capacity, so you're not trying to do things that are just way beyond your ability. Sometimes people are intimidated when they go to the gym. They can feel, they look around and see all the equipment, and they see people who've been training for a long time. They may not have experience in training themselves, so they feel a little bit intimidated by that, so they want to go somewhere that they feel comfortable, and that's the beauty of here. There's a huge cross-section of members, so it's everything from 6-year-olds coming here right up until we've got the Silvers as well, the over 60s club that come along here, and everything in between. And it really is just about finding programs that work best for everybody rather than a specific type of fitness.
Well, of course, you're blessed too because of the space, and it's an enormous space. You can have 10 people doing their own thing, well kind of social distance from anybody around them, and they've got their own little square of all the things they need. They don't need to sort of go over there to do the weights, and they have that. So that's obviously a big plus, that you have that sort of space to deal with.
Yeah, the classes are limited to 10 people in each class, and each person has their own workstation, which is fully equipped with all of the equipment that they need, so there's no cross-contamination of equipment or weights or machines or anything like that. So from a COVID point of view, we're actually uniquely placed in the sense that there's at least 4 meters squared per person in terms of the space that they have, so that really appeals to a lot of the members as well in these worrying times where we're not sure about COVID and being in close proximity to people, so that kind of takes all of that away. So yeah, as you said, I mean, it's the old swimming pool. It's sort of 25 meters long by 15 meters wide, and there's only 10 people within there, so you can work out the maths yourself. It's a huge amount of space.
So for you personally, I'm guessing right from presentation college days and today now living in Greystones with your lovely wife and child, I'm guessing fitness has always been there, because obviously when you're playing for Ireland in the rugby, you can't really not be fit, but I'm guessing it was always something in your life.
Always, and when I stopped playing, I found that I had to try and continue it on. It took a short break for maybe 3 months, but then I found I wasn't able to sleep at night because I just had too much energy, and I needed to try and keep fit and stay healthy. So it's always been there, and my wife is a member here as well, as are my children. They come down and do it as well. I have 3 boys, and they absolutely love it. So my 7-year-old and my 9-year-old, 12-year-old are all involved and have different classes that they go to, but what they love about it is that it's basically fun for them. It's not about anything serious. It's about coming down here. They're playing games with other children who are in the classes. The games are designed in such a way that they're actually training and doing functional movement without even realizing that they're doing it. So to them, they see training with Solas as one of their after-school activities that they love doing every week. And funnily enough, for my 12, soon to be 13-year-old, he's really noticing the difference because he would have some knee issues himself, and he's really noticing the difference in the way that he's developing, and as he's starting to grow into a young man, he's starting to be very conscious of all of that kind of stuff, so he's very keen on it too.
we should point out two things. First of all, Wikipedia need to update because they just have you down as Nathan as your child. So you have 3 kids. That's good to know. So we'll let Wikipedia know. Also, people might have noticed you've had to change your eye line because me being an old man, I've changed positions here about 3 times. My legs are giving over every time I try to cramp down.
I have to get you down here. Get you down.
So we should sort of finish by saying that fact that here you are, you've got like a setup for, as I said, for all the family. That idea that you yourself are going to be 50 in November. I mean, it is a kind of a time where everybody, any age, really needs to sort of be thinking, especially during COVID, fitness and health is really the number one thing in life. Because, you know, we all sort of feel we want our treats, and I certainly feel I have my treats and all the rest, but the idea of just being generally fit, not necessarily super fit, that's the key of it, really, isn't it, here?
Yeah, and one of the major features about here is it's not just about the mobility and the movement. All of the coaches have over 10 years experience in coaching, whether that be physical coaching, but also in terms of nutrition, massage, sports therapy, that type of thing. So they've got qualifications right across the board. So when they're watching somebody train, they can also notice little foibles that they might have and fix them as they're going along. And there is that very personal touch to it. So it's one coach here at all times to 10 people, and they're able to give that very personal training element to it. But you know, it's not just about the physical training, as I said. They also run, at the moment, we're doing a Route 66 challenge here about nutrition and trying to look at healthier ways of eating and hydration and looking at your sleep patterns. They also do breathing classes here. So it's almost a kind of a holistic approach to training, in the sense that you're looking at a person's total lifestyle, not just, you know, the physical aspect of it. People can sometimes get lost in that idea that coming to the gym is just about getting a sweat up and, you know, killing yourself at a machine or something like that. It's not. It's about everything that you're doing in your life from a day-to-day point of view to try and make sure that as we get older, as you said, I'm hitting 50 in November, big 5-0, you know, that I'm able to run up and down the stairs, still be able to play with the kids and still be able to do things. And certainly for our Silvers Club, they're looking at it more to do with things like bone density, maintaining that muscle mass and muscle stability that they have, working on their balance, working on their agility, so that as they come into their later stage in life, that they're, you know, able to get around and function carefully without having to worry about falling over. So it's all of that type of stuff that we're looking at.
I have a bald patch that's sort of spread to my forehead and to the top of my neck. Is there any way?
I have one of those myself. The furry top on your microphone thing.
I'll wear that. We should say now that anybody can follow the links just above this video and below. There's email and phone numbers and also links to find out more. I should just sort of finish by asking, I don't know whether part of you, and I kind of have to ask, given that you had the dream for a lot of people in this country is to play rugby for Ireland, does that feel like a dream to you now when you look at, you had a long, beautiful career there? I don't know whether there's times when you kind of pinch yourself to say, oh, I was part of that history, or... Yeah,
there's times when you look back and wonder how quickly it has gone by since I finished up. So it's 2007 was when I retired, and it seems like yesterday, but it's getting further and further away. I'm now part of the Golden Oldies Brigade that they're rolling out on TG Car that I can watch the replays and matches. So no, it was a wonderful time. I absolutely loved every bit of it. I was very privileged and honoured to be a part of it. But you know, life moves on, and everybody, that's a very small part of your life, even though you look back with fond memories. You move on, and you kind of look at things like this, and you're thinking into the future as well. So
there's new kicks at every age. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
There you go. Lovely, choppy.